right now. Today was a historic day for civil rights in America, a day that will be written about in history books. On the same day, the President Obama traveled to Charleston, South Carolina to eulogize a slain civil rights leader in a remarkable speech that we will bring you. The Supreme Court found that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States guarantees a right to marriage equality for every citizen in all 50 states beginning immediately. Celebrations, jubilation outside the Supreme Court when that ruling was announced this morning, with the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington breaking out into the national anthem. In San Francisco and across the country, gay rights supporters gathered in exultation, including outside New York City's Stonewall Inn, the iconic site of the riots 46 years ago that kicked off the modern movement for gay equality. Celebrations are going on tonight across the nation, and the party continues here in New York City, where, in an impeccable bit of timing, the Gay Pride celebration is this weekend. We will take you live to Stonewall. You're seeing that right now in just a moment. In states where same-sex marriage had been illegal until today, couples were instantly and finally free, for the most part, to tie the knot, in some cases after years or decades of waiting. This Dallas couple, Jack Evans and George Harris, married today after 54 years together. The Supreme Court decision was narrow, 5-4, with Justice Anthony Kennedy writing the majority decision and concluding that the Constitution, particularly the 14th Amendment, grants same-sex couples equal protection in the eyes of the law. Kennedy sided with the court's 4 liberal justices against the 4 conservatives, each of whom wrote their own scathing dissent, though Justice Roberts was somewhat more measured. The decision was met with protest and condemnation in some quarters, including from some elected officials. In Pike and Geneva counties in Alabama, judges there went so far as to vow not to issue marriage licenses to anyone in the wake of the ruling. But for same-sex couples and their supporters, it was a day of enormous pride. One celebrated by a president who himself broke civil rights barriers and who hailed all those who fought for this one.
Those countless, often anonymous heroes, they deserve our thanks. They should be very proud. America should be very proud.
Joining me now from outside the Stonewall Inn here in New York are Rob Thomas and Joseph Vitale, a married couple who, with their son Cooper, were plaintiffs in today's case. And gentlemen, where were you when you got the news? How'd you get the news?
We were actually in MSNBC studios waiting to go on this morning, and you know, we heard at 10:01, you know, get into the studio and sit down, and we won. And so we didn't have a lot of time to really digest what happened, but, you know, over the course of the day, I mean, we're just so excited. Words can't even say how excited we are.
What does it mean to you that this ruling came down today? How likely would you have viewed this 10 years ago?
Oh my God, Bill! It was kind of hard to hear.
How likely would you have viewed this as 10 years ago?
Oh, highly unlikely. Yeah, highly unlikely. I don't think 10 years ago this would even have been, the momentum wasn't behind it. I think the precedents now, you know, going into this case, while we were always hopeful, you know, there was precedent behind it, and a lot of momentum and public support on both sides, you know, we're just so excited about the ruling and how it turned out, and you know, what a great time it is.
Hey, Joseph, your son is also part of this, part of one of the plaintiffs. What does it mean for your son, what kind of America he is going to grow up in, with this decision today?
He's going to know nothing but equality on all 50 states. It'll give us the freedom to travel throughout this great land that we call our own, with knowing the fact that we are both listed as his parents, his legal parents. We also knew that we knew that because we lived in New York, and they acknowledged that we're his legal parents. But there were 13 holdout states, and as a result of today's ruling, we are free to move about the country.
What is the scene down there? It was already going to be Pride weekend this weekend, which is always a big celebratory weekend. Stonewall's just been declared a historic site. What's it like down there tonight, right now?
Well, it's just amazing. There's thousands of people. Everybody's super excited and happy. The rally was fantastic. The energy is just it's electric. It's amazing. People are just so excited.
You couldn't have asked for a better weekend to rule it out. Obviously, we have to be very conscious of what went down in South Carolina, but we reflected upon that, and now we move on to celebration and moving forward in a free and equal land that we call our own.
Everybody's just really excited.
Rob Thomas and Joseph Vitale, triumphant plaintiffs today on this absolutely remarkable and historic day. Thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the celebration and the weekend.
Thank you.